Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizzano, and this is another episode of the world famous, the University of Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves, and we are coming to you live today. Ladies and gents, how are you? Come on in, come on in, come on in. This is going to be a very exciting show. Today we are going to talk about why you should trust you why you should not trust anybody. That's what my wife would want me to say, but I'm gonna tell you like this. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, I use double negatives to emphasize what you should do. Why you should not trust nobody, okay? When it comes to financial advice, ladies and gents, I saw last week or the other day, sometime in the last 7 days, about first I read an article about the Miami Heat and how they were reneging on their sponsorship from FTX, and I thought to myself, what in the hell is FTX? And so I had to look up FTX, and it was a cryptocurrency company. Now I don't know about your feelings on cryptocurrency. Mine are very skeptical, because I mean, one day people will tell you, oh man, cryptocurrency is the best thing, blockchain, and the next week it's oh man, crypto dead, so it's very up and down, it's very all over the place. So I myself don't trust much when it comes to people or things anyway. I like to thank my mom for I like to thank my mom for that little weird traits where it takes me a while to trust anything, but anyway, so I started reading more about FTX, and it was a $1 billion company or whatever, and now it's collapsing, and I saw where, they had deals with Tom Brady, Steph Curry, a few other celebrities, Larry David did a commercial. I'm telling you people, I don't watch a lot of TV no more, so I did not know this was the thing, and so I had to do more research, and I was watching a YouTube video, and of course, since YouTube is a part of Google, they had a thing, it said FTX collapse or whatever, and so I said, let me click on this real quick, and saw a few videos where some YouTube people were promoting FTX, and people are blaming them as well. They're like, people put money in the FTX and they lost their money, blah 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 blah. And it was a whole debate. I saw a couple of videos, I watched them for like 10 minutes, and I said, that's enough. But ladies and gentlemen, if you don't listen to anything else I ever say, I don't care what you take away, whatever you take away from this show is what you take away from this show. Whatever you take away from this is whatever you get out of it, But the one thing I will tell you, and you should listen and listen good. When it comes to money, when it comes to finances, when it comes to any of that, ladies and gentlemen, go with your instinct first. Do your own research. As in the words of the great Stone Cold Steve Austin, DTA baby, don't trust anybody. You know where you're at financially. You know where you want to go. You should do research, and check things out before you get into it. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to your health, when it comes to your finances, those are things that you and you alone should be in control of. It's like a couple 5 or 10 years ago, A couple hip hop artists, Ja Rule and Fat Joe. They went to jail for tax evasion. And in Fat Joe's case, he said, "Oh man, my accountant, he was screwing me around, you know." And it's like, did you ever think about asking your accountant? You know, did you ever follow up with your accountant? And you know, a lot of people they just put things in other people's hands, and it don't work out. You know, they don't know the job. They don't do the job as well as they should be doing, and then you are left holding the bag. You know, and you don't want that. And so you must be in control. You must be in control of your life. You are an adult, and when you start letting people, you know, do this, do that, do this, do that, and you go, I don't know if so and so's doing that. It's like, yeah, don't get me wrong. If you have an accountant, that's great, but you still want to know what's going on. You still want to say, hey, what are we doing? Where are we going? You know, where is this ship headed? Because at the end of the day, you are in control of the boat. You are George Washington guiding the boat through the fog. Okay, you are the one in charge, and if you do not take responsibility, you will get burned, ladies and gents. And so I watched these videos about the cryptocurrency, the FTX collapse, and one thing that I found humorous was, you know, a couple of the financial, quote unquote, financial experts on YouTube. Which, ladies and gentlemen, listen. I'm 43. Okay, so I'm from a generation where, you know, YouTube. I didn't know anything about YouTube until I was probably 36. No. Let me see. 30 years old, 31, 32 years old. You know, I heard about YouTube in like 2009. Didn't really start watching YouTube until like 2013 probably, and still didn't watch it as much. I increased my YouTube watching in the last couple of years to do, you know, like to watch, instead of me watching, like I used to watch, you know, like sports shows, and for me to cut down on watching the sports shows, I would just go straight to YouTube and watch a couple clips, you know, like 5-10 minute clips, and then I could just go on about my day. So that's when I really started watching YouTube in the last couple of years. But I'm from a time where, you know, there was no YouTube. And I'll say all that just to say, listen, man, woman, they, them, whatever. You cannot, and I mean cannot, take advice from people on YouTube. You know, you have to do some real research before you even, you know, because I have a cousin, and God bless him. He always tells me about these people on YouTube, and I go, man, they got it. And my first instinct, thanks to my mom again, is what kind of scam they running, okay? And I'm like, it sounds scammy, you know? And you see these people, and oh man, assets over liabilities, and this, that, and the other, you know? Oh man, assets over liabilities. Hey, buy a t-shirt, man, for, you know, $30. I'm not taking any financial advice from a guy trying to sell me a t-shirt as well. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know, it's more of you're more marketing than a financial expert. You know, you position yourself to be an expert, and you're making YouTube bucks, and it's a whole thing. And yeah, so don't be careful about who you take advice from on YouTube, because these same people who say don't do this, don't do that, you know, or even the people that go, hey man, so and so is a scam. You know, that's a YouTube hustle. You know what I mean? I ain't knocking them either. You know, hey man, if I can make, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I would love to make $25,000 a month just doing YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you? Of course we would. But here's the thing: when people start making money like that, it's not a. I'm not gonna blame them, but everybody gets greedy at some point in their life. Have you ever had a piece of cake and it's been so good and you're like, I just would like another piece of that cake, you know? And you're like, man, do I really need that other piece? No, but am I gonna eat it? Yes. And it's not. I'm not saying nothing wrong. We all get a little greedy every now and then, and it's just like your politician. I'm sure all politicians start off, with the same zip, bam, boom. I'm gonna go do stuff in Congress, and I'm gonna make a difference. And then when you get to Congress, have you ever watched? It's a movie called the Distinguished Gentleman, starring the great Eddie Murphy. And Eddie Murphy is a con artist, and he has a name. His name is like Thomas Jefferson, and a guy died in Florida, and his name was the same. And so he just ran as Thomas Jefferson. He didn't do any videos. He didn't show his face, and they was like, "Oh, Thomas Jefferson. Okay, I'm gonna vote for him." And they voted for him, and he went to Washington D.C. and he learned about scams. More scams in DC. He said, "Man, I thought I was running scams, but they got plenty of scams in DC." And so you become a politician. You go to DC. Let's say the coal miner people, they come. They say, "Hey, man, hey, we'll give you $20,000 if you just say no to all electric, and say yes to coal, and we'll when you get out of office, we'll put you on the board. We'll give you $150,000 a year just to be a figurehead on the board of the of the thing." And now in your mind, you're thinking, "Man, if I lose the election, I got a job. I still got a job. And it's not that you do it on purpose, but you start going to these free lunches and you get kind of compromised. And it's the same as these YouTube channels. I'm sure a lot of people start off thinking they're going to do good, but then they get kind of, compromised, and you start getting advertising money, you start getting sponsorship money, you're starting to feel like a little celebrity, and you sort of fall into the trap. And so for you, the viewer of these YouTube channels, please beware. When you start to see people channels grow bigger, you'll start to see more and more ads. Trust and believe me, you will. And you have to be wary of that, So, a little tip from me to you: do not take financial advice from people on YouTube. I read a Warren Buffett book. Warren Buffett has some good ideas, but Warren Buffett is not trying to make a YouTube channel, and Warren Buffett is not trying to sell you a T-shirt. So, and I still would do my own research, investing or whatever. I mean, Warren Buffett has great ideas. He has great ideas for him, but they're not necessarily great ideas for me and you as well. So, as I told you, you have to do your own research. You have to figure things out on your own. Before you, because we're adults. And the one thing that you do not want to do is you do not want to be beholden to anybody. You don't want to wake up the next day and be like, FTX screwed me, I'm super broke now. You don't want to do that. And so just be wary of everybody. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. I'm not saying you have to be, hey, should you just put your money in the mattress? No. Should you put your money in the savings account where you get very little interest these days? Of course not. But what I'm telling you is, do your own research, please. Do not go with these celebrities. Celebrities don't give a damn about you, and they'll sign up for anything. They're bought and sold. From the LeBron James of the world, Nike to Tom Brady to anybody. These guys are they'll say anything. They'll sell you kidneys if they was on sale. So Be careful about all that. And if you want to do some research on FTX and the collapse, one thing that before we get going, one thing that I found funny is now one thing that you have to watch out for as well. You know how before these quote unquote gurus, they would be in Lamborghinis and this, that, the other. Now people are starting to do the reverse. People are like, oh man, this guy, he's so humble. He has an old beat up jalopy. This kind of stuff. Oh no, this guy, he's humble. He has an old, man, look at his shoes. Look at what he's wearing, man. He don't scream billionaire, but he's a billionaire. No. Don't fall for that either, okay? There used to be this meme I used to see, and they say, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, they was together playing bridge or something, they was, and, Bill Gates is an old man. I mean, he's like in his 60s. Warren Buffett is like probably 80 at the time, So, you think Warren Buffett wearing Gucci? I don't know any 80-year-old people wearing Gucci, honestly. You know what I mean? 80-year-old people are just happy to pee in the morning, and eat some snacks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not disparaging nobody that's 80, but come on, man. And but it's a meme that says not one Gucci belt in sight. So people are like, oh man, if I want to seem more like I'm down to earth, let me wear some rags. I'm not gonna wear a Gucci belt, or a Prada purse. I don't know anything about this stuff, but I'm not gonna wear a Prada purse and Dolce and Gabbana, whatever whatever the hell name brand products. But so people try to do the opposite, and they try to trick you that way. There's so many schemes and scams and so many marketing ploys and tactics that we need to get into, ladies and gents, that we're gonna have to dive more into them. And these are a few, as I said, don't fall for the YouTube people. I don't care what side of the fence they're on. If they're on the because I saw a guy, he quote unquote calls out YouTube people, but he calls out scammers, but then he was defending people who was promoting FTX. And it's like, you can't have it both ways, either none of them against the wall. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, oh, these are my friends. Now you're compromised, so now your reputation is not looking as well. You know what I mean? So, ladies and gents, at the end of the day, do your own research. Be an adult. Be careful, and God bless you. And we'll be back tomorrow with all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony D. Rizzano. Thank you for listening. And as always, everybody, peace.